Pistone, this agent outwitted some of the biggest names in organized crime. A master con job that has helped turn crime lords into convicts. And as you'll see, the success of this agent's charade even cost one kingpin his life. In a riveting account, he has told his story to Stone Phillips.
Right now, there is a $500,000 contract on this man's life. He stepped on some very big toes. To the mafia, he was Donnie Brasco, jewel thief, scam artist, trusted associate of several big-time mobsters. Men like Sonny Black Napolitano, former street boss of New York's powerful Bonanno crime family, and Lefty Two Guns Ruggiero, identified by federal investigators as a mob hitman, believed to have carried out as many as 28 contract killings. To federal prosecutors, he is former FBI agent Joe Pistone, the most successful undercover operative in the Bureau's history. For 5 years, Agent Pistone put his family life, his whole identity on hold to infiltrate the mob.
He testified in the Pizza Connection case, which convicted 18 people. He testified in the Commission case, which convicted 8 people. He testified in cases in Milwaukee and Florida, which I think convicted a couple of dozen other people. So you're talking about substantial numbers of convictions, basically as the result of one very, very successful FBI agent.
Joe Pistone became Donnie Brasco in September 1976 in an operation so sensitive, so dangerous, that only a few people at the FBI knew about it. Over the past 6 years, his testimony in courtrooms across the country has led to more than 100 mob-related convictions. Recently, he returned here to New York, and I spent a day and a night cruising his old neighborhoods with him, places where today, former Agent Pistone is a marked man. We began across the bridge in Brooklyn, New York. That's where Donnie Brasco got his start, with a crew of thieves and hijackers connected to the Colombo crime family. Donnie Brasco's kind of guys.
Most of them were married. They have kids that, they have problems with, they worry about. The only difference is that if you're a mafia guy, the first thing is the mafia, and then your family. One thing you have to remember about the mob, everybody thinks that every mafia guy is making millions of dollars on big-time scores. Anything that you can make money on, anything you can get over on somebody on, that's a score to them. If you rob a parking meter and get whatever changes in that parking meter, that's a score to them. It was just a daily routine from the time you get up to the time you went to bed. Thought was putting into how to make money, how to scam, what you're going to rob, what you're going to steal.
What kind of things was this particular crew into, the first crew you hung out with?
They were into basically truck hijackings, theft of trailers like these over here, right out of the yards. Maybe on a good load of jeans or a good load of coffee, you're going to make yourself $60, $80, $100,000.
In April 1977, 6 months into the undercover operation, Donnie Brasco got his big break. Here on Madison Street in Little Italy, he was introduced to Benjamin Lefty Ruggiero, bookmaker, reputed hitman, respected member of the Bonanno family. Ruggiero claimed Donnie Brasco for the family. For the first time in history, an FBI agent became a so-called connected guy in the mob. With regular phone calls to his contact agent, he began supplying unprecedented inside information on all kinds of rackets, scams, and murders, and painted a detailed portrait of his new partner, Lefty.
Lefty was a 24-hour-a-day mafia wise guy, a killer, a guy that was stone cold about his mafia association and connection. He felt that if a guy gets hit, he deserves to get hit. And he said the easiest thing you do is you use a 22 and you just put two behind the guy's ear, and that was it. He says, and then you just leave him and go about your business. One particular time in early '81, when Ruggiero and several other members of the Bonanno family whacked out 3 guys at one time. One guy was so big and fat that after he was dead, he was hard to move. They couldn't move him. They had to cut him up and stick his body in green plastic garbage bags. And while he was telling me this, it was, hey, we did it. The guys deserved it. And this is how we did it.
And these are guys that he presumably knew.
Oh, he knew these guys, probably knew every one of them for 20 years or more. You know, they would hit somebody and then later go out and have a bowl of pasta.
As a connected guy in the Bonanno family, part of Donnie Brasco's job was to find new rackets for the family to make money. Donnie was good at that, except that the rackets he recommended were all FBI setups. The biggest one here in Holiday, Florida, near Tampa. That abandoned building was once a flashy after-hours drinking club called King's Court, set up by the FBI to attract local mobsters. The whole place was wired. The telephones tapped, the bar bugged. They even had a hidden television camera focused on a table reserved for mobsters. In March 1980, Donnie Brasco, seen on the right, brought Lefty Ruggiero, seated top center, to King's Court. The FBI wanted to see if a big-time mob family from New York would try to muscle in or even take over the club, exposing itself to possible racketeering or extortion charges. Lefty took the bait. He offered Bonanno family protection in exchange for half ownership in the club.
He loved it. He loved it. In New York, you know, people see that he's moving around. It gives him status. Now he's got interest in a club in Tampa. This is a status builder for a wise guy.
1 month later, Lefty's boss, Sonny Black Napolitano, came to Florida to check out Donnie Brasco's find. And more importantly, to clear the way for the Bonannos to use King's Court as a base for new gambling, loan sharking, and drug operations in Florida. Mob protocol required that Sonny sit down with Florida kingpin Santo Trafficante to arrange a so-called marriage between their families.
It's good for Sonny Black because now as a captain, he's expanding his power base.
What kind of potential did he see down there?
Well, he saw the potential with the club, but also the potential of a marriage with Trafficante. He knows Trafficante is old, okay? It gives him a shot that if this marriage goes well with Trafficante, that at some point in time, Sonny Black could take over Florida, the whole state, as Trafficante ran the whole state.
To the FBI's delight, the marriage was agreed to. It was a racketeering conspiracy that would eventually put Lefty Ruggiero and 10 other mobsters behind bars. While Donnie Brasco was in Florida, supposedly getting the Bonanno family's loan sharking and gambling operations off the ground, here in New York, a war broke out inside the family. Sonny Black's crew hit 3 rival captains, but a 4th escaped. On May 14th, 1981, Sonny Black summoned Donnie Brasco to New York and told him, "I got a job for you."
Donnie says, those 3 guys are gone. And I knew who he was talking about because I knew who the opposition was. And he said, we have one other guy is on the loose, Bruno. He called him the Kid. He says, I want you to go to Florida. He says, I think he's down in Miami. He said, I want you to go down there, and if you find him, kill him. And he said, he might be with his uncle. If you find him with his uncle, kill him too. So I said, well, you want me to call you first when I find him? He said, no, I just want you to shoot him, kill him, and leave him right there where you kill him. I says, okay. And that was it. When I told Ruggiero, he thought it was the greatest thing because says now all the bosses are going to know that you got the contract, and it's going to look good in their eyes that you got a contract to whack this kid out.
With Donnie Brasco now assigned a contract murder and possibly a target himself in the ongoing Bonanno family war, officials here at FBI headquarters in Washington decided it was the end of the road for Donnie Brasco. Agent Pistone was ordered to halt his undercover existence effective July 26, 1981. That morning, a team of FBI agents woke Sonny Black up at his apartment in New York and delivered the news. What did it mean to Sonny Black that day when those agents knocked on his door, went upstairs, and told him that Donnie Brasco was, in fact, Joe Pistone, FBI agent?
Well, it meant to Sonny that once he broke the news to all the other, guys of any consequence, the other bosses that he had introduced me to and had dealings with, that he was a dead man.
It was over for Sonny Black.
It was over for him. He was history. Sonny Black was history that day.
A year later, in a ditch along this road in Staten Island, New York, a decomposed body was found in a hospital bag. The hands had been cut off. Dental records confirmed it was Sonny Black Napolitano. Apparently, trusting Donnie Brasco cost Sonny his life. Today, Joe Pistone, who quit the FBI 18 months ago to write a book about his years with the mob, is discovering that life for him and his wife Peggy will never return to normal. We don't know where they live or the assumed names they live under. For us to interview them together, we had to meet them at an undisclosed location. They traveled there separately, in disguise, a routine they must maintain forever. With so many mobsters jailed or murdered as a result of Joe Pistone's success as an undercover agent, he and his family have become the hunted.
I'd like to say, my husband did this, or he's this person, and I'm so proud of him, and I can't do that. I feel badly for our family. I mean, his parents, my parents, they're all so scared. It's sad. My one daughter just read the book, and after she read the book, she's petrified.
What did all of this do to you? What did it do to your marriage?
Oh, it was horrible. It was like losing your husband and not having a father for your children. And it's very hard raising children without their father. They understood when you told them, but when they wanted them, they didn't understand it. Then they'd say, I hate his job, I hate the FBI, I hate my father, I want him home. They didn't understand then.
Joe, when you look back on it today, was it worth it?
Yes, I did something that no one else in the FBI had done. I was one of them. I broke bread with them. I spent holidays with them. Exchanged birthday gifts, Christmas gifts with them. You have to be well thought of in order to get a contract from somebody as high as Sonny Black to kill another captain in the family. I got as close as you can get.
The man he got closest to, Lefty Ruggiero, is now serving a 20-year sentence in federal prison. He is scheduled to be released in June 1993. The day's going to come when Lefty gets out of prison. Are you concerned about that?
I know that when he has something on his mind, he doesn't let go of it. He's that type of guy. If somebody wronged him, he's gonna try to get the last say or the last shot in. But that's 4 years from now, and if it happens, we'll see how it comes out.